Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have to say, I'm super happy when Hot Topic just randomly comes out with new palettes because I did not think that they would be doing another round of Nightmare Before Christmas makeup. Because just last year, more around Christmas time, they had this set, which was 3 lip products. It was 1 liquid lipstick, 2 lip glosses, and then this little palette, which was a bit more on the cool toned and purple side, but they did it again. They did it for the 25th anniversary of Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm so happy. So I got a little dolled up. I picked up one of the really cute shirts that they have right now. It says Now and Forever, and it's got Jack and Sally on it. Absolutely love it. So this is the palette right here. This is the Wonderful Nightmare eyeshadow palette, and it has up here Disney Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, 25 years. All over the palette you have like little ghoulies and spiders and stuff like that, and then of course on the back you have your ingredients. So just like all the others, this one retails for $16.90, and of course I got mine on sale. I think it was about $13 when I picked it up. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like right here. So like I just showed you, the original palette they came out with was a bit more purple and cool toned. This one is a bit more neutral. You still have some pops of color, but you can do a really nice neutral look here. And then this is what the cute little mirror looks like. So I knew that this had come out. It's not on their website yet, just like the Beetlejuice palette. So give it like maybe 2 weeks and it'll probably be on there. The way I found this was because on Instagram, I follow #HTFandom. I'll put it down here. And you can tag that whenever you're posting something from Hot Topic. I've noticed that a lot of stores, a lot of Hot Topic stores have their own Instagram account now. So like I do follow the 2 stores that are closest to me, so maybe you could follow the stores closest to you. And a lot of them are getting better about when they get things like palettes in, they're taking a little shot of it, you know, posting it on Instagram. So that's how I saw this. I went to my local Hot Topic yesterday and I was able to find one. And I always make sure that I look around at all the different little kind of kiosks that Hot Topic has whenever I go in, and then I also look at the makeup section. And I'm really glad that I did, because they also had this. So at first I thought maybe it was a perfume because of the size of the box, and they do have perfumes, but it's a lip collection. So this is Sally's lip collection. And when you open it up, they look like little potion tubes. So cute. I'm really, really happy with the quality of these. So this around the bottle with the label is a clear sticker, but this is super nice plastic. I've noticed that a lot of theirs seem to be a bit better these days as far as like being some nice, you know, molded plastic. I'm actually really excited about this one. Obviously, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm glad that they kind of brought this one out at Halloween time, especially since the last one came out more in line with Christmas time. So like I said, this movie is a Halloween and Christmas movie, and you should watch it during both times of year. So let's go ahead and jump into swatches. I'll get into an eye look, and then we'll just kind of zip through lip swatches. I'll just go ahead and like put them all on and show you guys the clips so that this won't take too long. All right guys, so these are all the shadows. I went a little big with them, so I actually ran out of room. So this one right here is actually the last one in the palette. So this one is Mr. Unlucky. And then these 3 are the large shades. You have Something's Up with Jack, Now and Forever, Trick or Treat. And then the rest of these are the small ones. This is Snake Eyes, Gamblin' Boogeyman, Deadly Nightshade, Christmas Town, Halloween Town, Zero's Nose, Make Them Scream, and Moonshadow. So you definitely have the typical gray-black that Hot Topic seems to like to provide us. I kind of wish this would have been a bit more orange for Zero's Nose. I don't like that it's so yellow golden. This purple took like 4 different layers to get this tone. It is incredibly sheer. Quite honestly, all of the mattes in here, I mean, I kind of, you know, usually rub back and forth with the shadow to kind of blend it out on my arm anyways, but this is probably the most impressive one, and this is the least impressive one. We'll see. They're very pretty shades. Not quite sure what direction I want to go in, but let's just get started. First up is the shade Trick or Treat, and I went ahead and left my primer tacky so that I could really just pack this color into the crease and make it as intense as possible. Once I have it laid down, then I kind of go back in and blend out the top portion a little bit, and then I went in and packed a little bit more of that color onto the outer corner of the eye. Then into the shade Something's Up with Jack. I'm just using this to really blend out the upper part of that crease. I just wanted the primer to no longer be tacky on the brow bone area. Then into the shade Snake Eyes, I'm gonna very, very lightly blend this over the top of that brown shade. So I'm using a very light hand here and just kind of blending it into the brown shade. And back into Sum Things Up with Jack, just to make sure there's not too much red too close to the brow. Then with a mixture of Snake Eyes and Trick or Treat, I'm just blending those two colors together in the crease area. And then back into Snake Eyes, just to make sure I didn't lose too much of that red kind of peeking up over the brown color. Then using my Tarte Shape Tape, I'm going to cut out half of the crease. And for the inner portion, I'm going to use Now and Forever. I'm just packing this on with my finger at first. It's just the fastest way to go about it. Then into Make Them Scream for the outer corner of the eye, I'm basically just packing this on top of the brown that I already put down. And then I decided to add a little bit of Zero's Nose to the center where those two colors meet, just a very light little patting of color. Then I'm just going back into Zero's Nose and Make Them Scream with a brush just to kind of blend the colors together. For the Now and Forever color, I did decide to wet the brush so I could make it really sharp at the cut crease area and just kind of brighten up the color in general. Now into Christmas Town on a flat angled brush, I'm lining the outer half of the lower lash line and then I'm kind of smudging it down a good bit. And for the inner portion, I'm going into Gamblin' Boogeyman and really just layering this one up. You really have to layer up this green color. And then I'm just using a clean pencil brush just to run underneath those shades, kind of to blur them out a little bit. And then into Mr. Unlucky for the inner corner highlight, I'm just packing this onto the inner corner and dragging it up a little bit. And finish with liner and lashes. All right, so eyes are done. Now let's move into the lip swatches. I did forget to mention how much these were. So this little collection of 3, it says matte lip glosses. We'll see what they actually end up being. Sometimes when they've said that, it's actually been like a liquid lipstick. Other times it's been like a matte cream lipstick kind of in liquefied form, so not transfer proof. And then other times it's actually been a legit gloss. So we'll find out in a minute. But this retailed for $14.90 and like I said, I got it on sale. It also notes that it's cruelty-free as well as vegan. And I love the little, like on the back of the tin, it's got Sally at her little workstation mixing up something special. All right, so I'm just gonna zip right through showing you guys the shades. Alright guys, so let's just do a quick little recap of everything. As far as the eyeshadow palette goes, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with it. Just kind of like I was thinking, it did end up being more of a neutral look with some pops of color, and I'm fine with that. I think that's the easiest way to wear color on a daily basis, like to work or something like that, if you're working somewhere that people don't wear a lot of color for makeup. These shades up here I thought were really great. I think they all worked really well. This shimmer shade was gorgeous. I love that one on the lid. And this shade surprisingly blended out really nicely. I mean, you saw that I left the primer tacky and really kind of patted it on first to make sure that it was really intense in the crease area, and then I blended it out. I think you could go in without the primer being tacky, like having it set first, and I think it would still be a beautiful shade blended out. And I actually liked the way that this red Snake Eyes looked when I blended it into the brown color. I thought that that did really nicely. I will say that these mattes, like the colorful mattes, with the exception of this one, just like you saw in the swatches, they are really sheer. So if you're gonna use them on the lid, I would definitely say keep your primer tacky and just pack that color on first and then take some color and blend it out. And that's gonna be the best way to get it as intense as you can. But all of these shades are great for the lower lash line. The red, the green, the blue, purple, I think they would be beautiful on the lower lash line, and you could easily do something very neutral on top like I did and throw the color on the lash line on the bottom and have a really gorgeous, fun, beautiful look. So as far as the lip products go, I really like all 3 of the colors, especially this Frog's Breath color. I didn't think I was gonna like this one, but it had just the right amount of like darkness, lightness, different tones to it, to where I think it looked really good with my skin tone. I liked the way it looked on me. I was afraid it was gonna be a little too neon-y or pastel-y, because sometimes they can be that way. And then for both of the deep shades, I did 2 layers. I did one thin layer first, kind of let it dry for a second, and then did the second layer, and I was able to get a gorgeous opaque color, no streakiness. I have found in the past that sometimes the Hot Topic darker shades can be like very streaky, and so that's really the best way to apply them to avoid that, is do 2 coats. They definitely are more of that matte cream type of lipstick. I do feel like it's dried down, but it's not fully transfer proof because as I'm touching my lips together, I still feel a little bit of like almost like a tackiness, not in a bad way, but just like you would feel a lipstick on your lips. But I will say I've tried this formula from Hot Topic in the past and I've actually really liked it because it's not drying, but it does have some good longevity, a lot more than just a regular lipstick would. So that's good, especially for these darker types of shades. But yeah, you're probably gonna have to reapply it if you go and eat a sandwich for lunch. So overall, I definitely recommend the lip products. I've always been really happy with the Hot Topic lip products and I really like these, especially all the colors. So I definitely recommend those. As far as the eyeshadow goes, I always tend to say this and I think it just is the truth. I mean, you're gonna buy a palette like this from Hot Topic if you love the theme, the fandom that it's representing. I always say basically, you know, you're getting drugstore quality shadows here and that's what they are. I feel like I got a good look and I feel like they actually performed better than some of the past Hot Topic palettes go. So that's a good thing, just know that. But obviously you're gonna buy this because you love Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, otherwise why would you be walking into Hot Topic to buy this palette? So just know that if you get it, I think you could get some really beautiful neutral looks out of it. And I would recommend just sticking to using the colors on the lower lash line if you want them to really stand out and be true to color. So that's my recommendation there. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. And thank you for watching. Bye guys.